Hello, hello, it's World Beater here, and today we got a shake up from the campaign videos. Felt like maybe casting a game since this one actually looked good. So let's get things started. We have the High Elves with Humais, with an Archmage of Metal with Searing Doom and Plague of Rust, very nice. We're really gonna be able to punish, where are they? He has the Shade Wraith Gunners here somewhere. Still gonna be nice at punishing them since it does do magic damage. For Bjorn, one of the best players in the game currently. He has brought Count Noctilus, very tanky lord with Drown Dead, Pit of Shades, and the Captain Ross Wound Dial. Very good setup here, just gonna be able to bog down these units with the summons, and then Invocation of a Heck always just to heal things back up. And there's these Shade Wraith Gunners. They're really gonna be able to punish this High Elf army's leadership if they do get in range before they get just Searing Doom to death. Archmage also does have Armor of the Stars, which is actually kind of nice, so she can come up here without getting shot at, really. Nice little skirmishing going on as Humais pulls up his cav just to get some free shots in, as they do outrange these Zelmer Pirate Gunnery mobs. And now the main thing Humais wants to do is he wants to really make sure he gets rid of these bombers first, because bombers will wreck most of his infantry, and as long as he can get his infantry in here mostly unscathed, it should do very well here. From there, he can probably start target on the handguns or the animated Hulk, since they really don't have that much armor and they'll do good damage. We'll have the first Searing Doom come down here, doing loads of damage, very, very good. Though Bjorn is going to counter with an Invocation of the Heck, smart play. Just getting that off. He's going to pull Count Noctilus forward, since really archers won't have a good time shooting him. They'll miss his model a lot and won't do the most damage, and he can just come up here and kind of block off the army before it actually gets up. He is going to start to pull forward here, because he really needs to get shooting at these bombers, because the horse archers aren't going to do the most really here. They'll do good damage if you get that nice cycle charging in the beginning stage. They're just going to really get shots off on low value targets. Count Noctis is going to be able to get up here and get on these archers, and there isn't really a lot to stop him. Maybe you would have liked to see no, I really don't know what you could have brought to maybe stop this from happening, besides just trying to, maybe you could dodge on him with the High Mage and the Eagle, but even then it really won't do the most to him, and he'll actually have a good time since he is anti-large. A little strange with the Great Eagle pick. The rest of this army is pretty solid besides the Great Eagle. The Great Eagle just sucks. I understand its purpose, that it's just meant to be a distraction, but it really just does suck in all aspects. It's a worse Manticore basically. Another nice Searing Doom does go down there too. We'll do a different army here too. Usually when I see this matchup, it's just mortars to really punish the archers, but we'll see how well this does. I'll see. Nice shots though into these archers, as they do kind of overextend here. Would really like to see some crossfire from these archers to pull up here and start getting shots off. Or these guys pull back, or getting these to kind of pull in a little bit. As Bjorn is doing a pretty good job of just pushing his army this way, so it has to rotate this way into the side of the corner. And he is doing, would really like to see his archers just fire at this one. This gunnery mob isn't going to do the most. He really just needs to get rid of these, or even the handguns are a better shot target at this point, because you can just charge these horse cavalry and get rid of them at this point. And those are still alive, rather annoying. A nice Pit of Shades too, kind of missed it, but it did get this group of infantry when it blobbed up on him. Also, good thing about Noctilus, since he's so tanky, you kind of just instinctively put units on him, and he can just blob that. Nice Searing Doom again though. We'll see if that does end up finishing him, as the archers are going to start to get firing at the bombers. A little bit of mistake again too, really. Oh no, they are going after that one. That is very smart. They're getting 3 crossfires here. That should be a dead bomber here soon, and then you'll just want to target either this one or start going after these handguns. Noctilus has taken a little bit of damage, but he can just heal it back. Really no big deal. It's kind of what he brought him for. Another Invocation of the Heck on the Shade Wraith Gunners, just so they can provide this leadership debuff and get them to rout. Which one is it? It's not Frostbite, that's for sure. It's, no, I know they do provide one. It's, where is it? There you go. This one causes, where, yeah, and the leadership is broken, so just as damage if they're broken. Very good ability though. Nice job from Humais though, picking this one off. I'd like to see these come up and around now and get it going after these handguns, but maybe not the best idea since there is animated Hulks, but just maybe just finish these off since they're right there. Nice charge from the Lyrian Reaver is going to do good damage. And it's looking decently good here for the High Elves, as they have been able to kind of pull this apart. The handguns are getting in range, they're going to start to do lots of damage. He has done a good job getting the bombers off though. It really is going to be hard for him to shut down all these ranges without getting crossfire like this. So we'll have to see. He really needs the archers to help carry it through. Nasty shots though, and then another Pit of Shades. Very good stuff. Count Nautilus is probably already rocking a pretty heavy damage value. Yep, there it goes. It goes up and up. He'll be doing pretty good by the end of this game, I imagine. Like up to 1,000. As Bjorn does just keep pushing off to these archers, he's doing a very good job making sure he stays semi-tight with enough animated hulks to kind of buffer for him, but also get off these archers. Guys is doing a pretty good job at trying to keep his archers safe and just pull them back, but they are occasionally getting stuck in these handguns range, and he really doesn't want that. I think they do outrange handguns, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's see. Range 180. 145, so they do outrange him, so he really needs to just make sure he pulls them back and they aren't in range so they can get shots off. Because that's really what's going to win him the game at this point. Nice summon there though to block him up. And the Great Eagle is being a distraction, but I doubt it's got barely any value at this point. Still, yeah, only 131. Really not great. The Vampire Counts have been able to kind of roll up this side that was originally looking pretty good for the high elves just with the handgun support. Halberds and these. Oh yeah, with the Night Terrors over here too, it's been a very good time for them. We'll see those. There's still just a couple archers. The bounce power is starting to turn toward or turn against Yumai's, which probably would agree. There really isn't seeming like a lot left to kill Count Noctua, especially with how many gunners are left. The Vampire Counts, because all they really need to do is just make sure they kill all the things that can kill Noctua at this point, and they'll be in a good state to win the game. Because there's only this Archmage can kill Noctua, and with no healing, that's the most she'll get. Nice job with the Eagle though. It is going to be able to dive on here, but he's going to get crossfired, and that's really going to hurt the Eagle. I doubt it's still got barely any value. Yeah, not a great unit. Definitely don't recommend bringing it. I can understand kind of the point, but I think there's just better units. Maybe get more cavalry, honestly, instead of that unit. A little bit of a mistake letting these sit idle for a bit, but he is marking a lot at this point, so it is understandable. And Void has done Bjornsson has done a very good job at pushing his handgunners up in range so he gets shots off and counter fire back. Very good. Another nice Searing Doom though. Just gonna do some extra damage to these and maybe get them to rout. It'll be nice. Be less for them to have to deal with in the end. I'm a little nervous though here for the high elves, as Night Terrors are still pretty well alive. Animated Hulks, yeah, there they are. Night Terrors. They are getting the handguns though in the end here, and that's really good. They really just need these archers to carry at this point. Because as long as the archers can get rid of the Night Ghouls or say these handguns, they'll be in a good time. Really need to see these units start chasing after here though with some support. See, that's been the main difference, is Bjornsson has had support with all his engagements pretty much with monstrous infantry, and the high elves really haven't, or been able to get around that without taking much damage. We're going to see the Eagle dive here, but it's just going to get karate chopped by these animated Hulks, so really not going to be the best thing in the world for it. Archers are going to do a nice job though at karate. Well, no, actually I don't like this. Since they're trying firing at Count Noctua, they're going to probably do more friendly fire than actual damage to Noctua, so really would like to see them maybe just turning on these Night Terrors is really what needs to happen now. As the Eagle is just getting karate chopped at this point, rather unfortunate. It's going to be a pretty nice Searing Doom. Going to do some good damage to Night Terrors, but we really need archers. There we go. He's going to turn on them now. They should do alright damage, but the Night Terrors are a little bit slippery with their animations, just going back and forth, being able to kind of dodge. As we will see, as White Lions keep on fighting, but they're not going to have a good time against Night Terrors. And all the infantry has just faded away at this point. Either it's been caught out alone and gotten hurt with the animated Hulks or the Night Terrors. So really unfortunate. The archers are about out of ammo on the healthy one, and these other ones are pretty injured. So they probably won't give the most DPS or damage in the end. There is still a good amount of support, and it's definitely still coming back. You can definitely come back at this point still. Plenty of range. But you really need to be saving these shots for like the Night Terrors, especially with a Plague of Rust. So you get a Plague of Rust on them and then light them up. Be very, very good. Count Noctua has been very much of a pain in the butt though for the high elves, as he's really just been a tank and been able to really block up a lot of their archers from firing in. You have some nice crossfire, but Bjornsson gonna do a very good job though at dodging back and forth with this. Something you can do with monsters, you can do with these. Very good stuff. As the main thing that's really holding up his bounce power is all the archer support, so as long as he can just waste their ammo, he'll be in a good time. Nice Searing Doom though. Though Bjornsson is going to do a pretty good job at moving out of the way in time for this. So we'll see. Really don't know how they're going to kill Count Noctua. I think that's the only thing that they're going to struggle with here. If these archers could all just fire on the Night Terrors, they'd be in a good spot. If Count Noctua wasn't here anyways, but since he is here, you really don't have anything that's going to be able to kill him in melee. And that's what they're going to have to do at one point. Because archers are very hard. Archers don't hit foot characters very well. Some more nice crossfire. I'd like to see maybe play Rust if there is any in the tank at this point, and there we go. Though Bjornson's gonna do a very good job at counteracting that with with a Invocation of Nehek. He's gonna do a very good job at avoiding most of the damage, and he's gonna try to juke back and forth. Not really working this time as well, but it is still doing the job. He's getting a nice crossfire, but Count Noctilus, being the menace he is pulling this side up so that these archers can't fire, and so it's only these ones. And then a nice summon too, gonna really be able to shut down this. So he's been very on point with getting his summons down and the Invocations of Nehek. Nice job though pulling this unit out. As they do about to start to crumble out here. We'll see if they do, especially with this many archer support coming in. Though the infantry units that were blocking, or the cavalry that was blocking up, does rout, rather unfortunate. And we will see, as the game does look pretty much over at this point. I really don't see them doing a lot. We'll watch till the end though. Another Invocation of the Heck. That's probably just going to seal the nail in the coffin. As the Great Eagle, let's see how much value it got. Only 429. Very depressing from the Eagle. Really would hope more out of that. And they really didn't even do that good at being a distraction piece. It's mostly just ignored to no real negative effect. Shots are just going to be firing from the archers, but let us get chased down at this point as there's nothing to defend them, and everything's so tired that like an instant charge from the Night Terrors or even the animated hulks will just finish them off as these rout off. And the Archmage really won't be able to do much as a duelist. Isn't meant for it. As they do just chase off these archers, very smart. That's really the only thing. We're going to fast forward here a little bit as it's just chasing. Nice job by the Archmage though, getting these units. Trying to do anything to really salvage it back, but really it's pretty much over. As there's just nothing to kill Count Noctilus at this point. Nice searing bolts too. But it will cause them to start crumbling and probably crumble out, but there's just nothing to kill Count Noctilus. That's really the end game here. As the tanky foot character survives in the end. And the Archmage is going to take a pretty good beating from the Night Terrors as they come back here and start getting on those. And then Count Noctilus is just doing a good job at making sure he gets at the archers. Even though he probably doesn't even need to at this point, as there really isn't anything they can do. As archers are mostly just missing shots into him at this point. These archers are going to get a little bit of a counter fire off into these Night Terrors and about get them to rout, but they just keep on surviving. And with that, pretty much army losses is going to kick in. So GG, well played. Alright, let's get into the damage values here. Let's see the Archmage. Archmage is really well getting rid of these units, and then just the Searing Bolts and Plague of Rust was pretty good usage out of her. Eagle did garbage, kind of what we expected. Ethereal Reavers, Archers, did pretty well for themselves, especially this one. Just nice as a unit to kind of get back here and get charges off and then just use their ammo. The regular Aurelian Reavers didn't do the best. I think they mostly got caught out by the animated hulks, rather unfortunate. Or just got crossfired. Very good job by Bjornsson for doing that, make sure he gets crossfires off. White Lions mostly just died. Isn't really a lot they could do here. Their arm piercing kind of went to waste as they didn't get to use it. One archer did pretty well for the South rested, Well, two of them did pretty well for the South rested, Maybe we'd like to see more archer heavy focused build here, and it probably would have done better, honestly. Ranger's doing alright. Count Noctilus, really good lord. Just in the end, there's nothing to kill him, and he got good damage value. In the end, Night Terrors did well. This unit did alright. It got mostly just countered, but it still did good at providing that debuff. Regular ones did fine, and then most of these did really well for themselves, just getting that crossfire off and doing good damage. And we'll be back tomorrow for another one. Subscribe and hit the like button. Peace.